I'm Dana, and today I wanted to make a video about some positive autistic traits for two reasons. Number one is that I talk about a lot of negative stuff on here. I get quite upset by some of the topics that I cover, and I think they're important, so I'm happy to do it, but I like to not be upset sometimes. And also because I've recently done my little level 2 understanding autism course, and they had a whole section about the positives of autism, but the positives they listed were extremely stereotypical and not ones that I relate to at all. You know, there were things like being really good at math, being able to notice patterns, being really good with dates, memorising timetables, and I was like, yo, no, this ain't me. And you know, it's valid that all autistic people are different and some people will relate to those things. I'm not saying they're completely unrelated to being autistic, but I didn't relate to them, so I wanted to share some of my own little traits that I've noticed that don't make me sad. The first one is that I am a good problem solver, but specifically with physical things in real life. That's the best way I can figure to explain it, like, briefly. But what I mean by this is that if you give me a physical, real life puzzle, essentially, like something that needs to be organised or sorted or stored, I'm incredible at it. I'm the fucking best at it. When I worked in a video shop, I was quite often left in the position of like, we've got all these boxes, we've got like just a shit ton of boxes full of videotapes, put them somewhere that it looks okay, and I can stack that shit. Mwah. It will look amazing. It will look like there's half the shit there that there was when I started. I'm so good at it. And that goes for packing cars as well. I have to really restrain myself when other people are packing cars, because my brain's like, no, but if you put that on the bottom and then put that on the top, then you can fit that down here, and then you can put this here, and then that goes there, and then you're sorted. You know, like real life Tetris is what I'm good at, basically. One that's only positive for me, really, is that I have the ability to have just like a complete suspension of disbelief, whichever one it is, when I'm watching movies and TV shows. Like, that is absolutely why so many of my special interests have ended up being movies and TV shows, because when I'm watching stuff, I can just be in it, you know? I'm not thinking like, oh, there's a coffee cup on the table during Game of Thrones that's throwing me now. I'm not thinking like, oh, there's this plot hole and I'm a bit put off now. Like, I'll think about it afterwards and be like, yo, I hated this and I hated that and I don't get why they did this. But while I'm watching something, I can just, everything else is gone. I can completely suspend my disbelief of the situation, and I'm in it. I'm there. It's good. A good example, just to make sure that I'm understood, would be Sex Education on Netflix, if anyone's watched it. After I'd finished it, because I binge things very, very quickly, so I watched like all of the first season in a day, like one day, and I'm done. The same with Stranger Things, same with a lot of stuff. And but after I'd finished watching it, I saw all over online people being like, when's it meant to be set? Like, it looks 80s, but they're in the UK, but they've got like an American high school. Like, what's going on? What is it? When's it set? I hadn't thought a single one of those things, because I was just like, yeah, this is the show, this is the universe that we're in now, because like none of it's real. Like, I don't watch reality TV, obviously some of that's real, but like the stuff that I'm watching is fictional, so I'm not necessarily expecting it to take place in the world that I live in. So I just don't think about things like that. I'm not like, oh, well, they're in the UK, but like they're not wearing uniforms to school and their school looks super American. I'm just like, yeah, this is, in this version of Wales, this is how things be, you know? I don't know, it's this suspension of disbelief. I believe it. And it does mean that I'm like the worst person to watch a horror film with, because I really enjoy horror films, because I do get so fucking freaked out, and I am the person that will just be sat there like, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. Remind yourself that it's not real. Is it? What if the Babadook is real though? It's not real. But what if it is? But what if it is? It's not real though. It's not real. Because I'm so into it that I have to really go, it's not real. And especially with like I love gore, okay? I fucking live for a splatter movie. I can't remember the name of it, but there was one recently where they had like a whole spinning deli slicer and they were getting closer and closer. I was like, no way are they gonna put someone through that. Like, films always tease this shit. They did it. I love it. But it's another one where afterwards I have to really be like, oh, it wasn't real. It's okay, it wasn't real. No one's actually died in this horrific, well, someone's probably died in this horrific way, but I didn't just watch someone die in this horrific way. It's not real, thank God. But I get very into things, and it's a major positive for me. I think that it's a positive, and I think that it is something that I only have the ability to do so well due to being autistic. These next few are a bit more common though, and the next one specifically is honesty. I'm a very honest person, and it's not like, see, this is why I've taken so long to make this video, because I'm like, I don't like saying nice things about myself, but I just don't see the point in not being honest most of the time, you know? I don't see the point in it. I don't get why I would lie about most things. You know, there's the odd white lie. There's occasions where I'm like, okay, my mum's asked if she looks fat in this dress. I am going to say no, whether that's true or not. But for the most part, when it's with people that like I know understand me, or that I hope understand me, or people that like I just feel very close with, I'm not afraid to be like, yeah, you do look a bit fat in that dress because you're a bigger person and it looks great on you. It shows the size of your body because that's how big you are. And that's fine. You're fully valid. You look fab. Like, yeah, you look great. You know, I don't see the point in lying. I really don't see the point in telling lies. You know, obviously I'm applying it to like very small things there, but it does mean in like the grand scheme of things, like in relationships when my ex would be like, oh, well, did you do this? I'd be like, yeah, I did. What's the issue? What's the matter? You know, I don't see the point in lying. If I did something and you asked me if I did it, yeah, I did. Or no, I didn't. Which means that I do get very, very frustrated when people don't believe me, because I'm like, I 99.9% of the time, I'm being completely just true and honest, because I don't see the point in not being. Like, chances are I'm gonna forget what lie I told, so you're gonna find out anyway. And I also just, what's the point? What's the point? Why not just tell the truth and get it over with? I don't see the point in like prolonging or dragging out a situation or making it anything a bigger thing than it needs to be by not just being fucking honest. It just makes the most sense in like near enough every situation ever. And I guess to some people it kind of doesn't make sense, because it did mean that like in school when teachers would come and be like, did you do this? I'd be like, yeah. And like, it was naughty. I was about to get in trouble and be told off. People didn't understand why I just admitted to it. And I'm very like, I think it was always very, I did it. I did the thing. If they're gonna punish someone, it should be me taking the punishment because I did the thing. But again, it meant that like when teachers would come over and be like, did you do this? I'd be like, no, I didn't. And they'd be like, did you? Did you do it? No, I didn't do it. Did you though? I would get so fucking pissy with them because I'm like, no, I didn't fucking do it. Like there's the last 4 things that you asked me if I'd done where I was immediately just like, yeah, I did that because I did it. So when I'm telling you, no, I didn't do this thing, I didn't do it. Going off topic, but honesty, I'm good at it. It's my go-to. I think it might tie into like having quite black and white thinking. I am very all or nothing. And I work hard not to be. I work very, very hard to see the grey in situations and understand context. But my brain goes for like the most obvious things first. And it tends to be very black and white initially until I've trained myself to think of other things. Which means that I am very, very loyal. I am very all or nothing. You're either like, you're my person and I'm gonna be loyal and do everything I can to like make your life as nice as possible while you're around me. Or I don't like the person and I'm gonna make that quite clear and I'm not loyal in the slightest. You know, it's all or nothing. And loyalty to me it's important. You know, I like to feel like people have my back. I like knowing that people are loyal to me if I'm friends with someone or in a relationship with someone or whatever else. I think loyalty is very, very important. It should feel like the people you care about and the people that you love and the people that claim to care about and love you are loyal to you. It should feel like they've got you, you know? It should feel like you've got someone to fall back on. It should be like you can trust them not to talk shit about you, to shut people down if they're gossiping about you, to not keep secrets that they don't need to keep from you, like so on and so forth. I think loyalty is incredibly important in any sort of relationship that you have with someone else. And I don't play. I don't fucking play. You know, and it's another one that's gotten me in trouble because like in high school, if someone was talking about my best friend, I'm immediately gonna go and be like, okay, so such and such said XYZ about you, and then such and such over here joined in and said this about you, and then this person said this about you, and then I said they were all fucking little twats for talking about you. So there's 5 people that hate me, but they hated you first. And yeah, but I don't like speaking behind people's backs. I try to keep everything that I say as something I would say to their face if it came up. And I think loyalty is super duper fucking important. And it does extend to the point now, like if I hear that someone's like not been loyal in a friendship with someone else, you're off my friendship list. I don't want you around. I really prioritise loyalty in a person, in a relationship, in a friendship, in whatever ship. It's very, very important, and I don't play about with it. I'm a very, very loyal person, and I was about to explain the negative impacts of that, but we're keeping it positive, and loyalty is a positive thing. So that's one. And finally, I'm keeping this to 5 because it makes a good title. You're welcome to YouTube. But I wrote down more drive to be myself, because on the course that I'm doing, one of the things they listed was that autistic people care less about what people think of them. So we may dress in odd ways or do other things that people don't find necessarily appropriate. And I was like, I like what you're going for, but I do care what people think about me. I care very, very deeply what people think about me. And it frustrates me to no end that I often don't know what they're thinking about me. You know, I don't dress in unique ways or do like my own little things in public and whatever because I don't care what people think about me. I do it because I'm trying to be myself. I'm doing it because these are my natural reactions to things. I'm doing it because I saw this shirt and went, oh, I love that shirt, I want to wear it. And then other people have gone, that's a bit loud, that's quite bright, that's unique. You know, I'm not doing these things in a, I don't care what anyone thinks, so I'm going to wear this ugly shirt. I've bought stuff that I like and put on things that I like and behaved in a way that is natural and authentic and normal to me. And it's other people that have decided what they think about it. You know, it's not that I don't care what they think, it's that people are going to think what they think anyway. And I'm just trying to be who I am. And I've had a conversation with a few different people now that I think more and more people are being more themselves and expressing themselves more, like in public and through how they dress, or at least in Liverpool where I live, I feel like there's more people around me that are dressing in unique ways and where, like, you know, I used to go into town and not really see any outfits that I liked, and now I go into town and there's like 10 people in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's a sick out. Oh, I like what she's done there. You know, I feel like people are expressing themselves through fashion more and wearing more unique things, and there's some sort of double negative or irony or something, because more people doing it means that the shops are selling these unique pieces and they're not actually unique pieces anymore. They're just like very patterned or bright or whatever, and lots of people have them, so they're not actually unique, but it's still thought of as a unique way of dressing. You know, there's a whole thing there. But I've gotten off topic is what I've done. But I do feel like more and more people are doing that, and I feel like as more people do that, it's going to be less seen as me not caring as people think and being a normal thing, you know? But it's definitely not because I don't care what people think. It's just like, maybe as an autistic person, I feel more of a drive to be myself, maybe due to my sensory issues and due to issues that I don't even know that I have yet. I feel more like it's necessary for me to dress the way that I feel most comfortable and the way that I feel like presents who I am the most. I feel very misunderstood a lot, so perhaps I'm trying to put across more of an understanding of myself to people with how I dress and how I behave. There's a lot to it, I think. But I don't think for a minute that it's because I'm autistic, so I don't care what people think about me. And for most of us, I don't think that's the case. Of course, we're all different, but I think for me and the autistic people that I know and that I've spoken to, most of us care quite deeply what people think of us and try our best to fit molds and to be able to, I'm losing my words, but to be able to have an impact on how people see us as much as possible and to, like, you know, affect that ourselves instead of just leaving it up to interpretation. We're just not always the best at it. I'm not very good at it. So yeah. Once my words start going like that and I'm just like, I'm thinking of something but I don't know what it is, I need you guys to guess, that's the hint of when I should end the video, I think. So if you've enjoyed this and want to see more like this or from me or about being autistic, please do like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to. I still feel very awkward asking you to do things, but you can like and subscribe if you liked the video, if you like my content and want to do so. And I'm gonna go and I've actually got a lot to do still, but I hope you don't have much to do. I hope you get to go and just carry on relaxing. I guess you're just watching YouTube right now, so I hope you get to carry on doing that and chilling out and have a good day. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you're having a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I'll see you again in a few days.